All right, so we're doing the flake steak tonight. I'm going to cook these not to overcrowd the pot because it will turn into a stew quite quickly. You're only going to stir these on each side until it changes color. Recipes will be in the next thing. I know I got hot hands like my mama, but yes. Turn it to each side, looks a little like that. Take it out, and then that's when you're going to put your Holy Trinity in, okay? You can have the power, the fire up a little high. Like I said again, you do not want to cook it all the way through. What I do is I put a little olive oil to douse out some of the oil burning. These are my last two pieces. You're not going to empty this out. You're going to put the Holy Trinity inside. All right? Yes, that much Trinity. You're going to stir, and you're going to see that it's no longer hard on the bottom because all that wonderful seasoning is being caught up by our Trinity. Yeah, I know my vegetables are big. They're going to cook down to really small, and my meat is sitting to the side waiting for me. So I usually add some butter at some point in this. Not so much, like maybe less than half of a stick. Okay, so these are the better than bouillon. You see how much I use because I have a good couple of pieces of meat. There is no salt in this recipe because all the other seasonings has enough salt. Let that cook in. Okay, so we're building up our flavors, and we're going to add our red wine. You stop when the ancestors tell you to. You're going to let that boil, and the next step is adding water. All right, so here's my meat. Next in here, we're going to coat the meat and everything, and then we're going to add water to go above it and put the top on top of it and let it simmer down and cook for a while until the meat is tender. Okay. So we're going to add some water. Probably add a little bit. This is like a cup and a half of water because it's going to fill it up, but I think that's about it. I'd rather put more wine in there because, yeah, the ancestor said so. Okay, leftover butter. Put that in there. And then I'm going to cover it, and we'll be back in a few hours. Okay, so it's in the pot. The area is clean. Always clean up after yourself. I know I look like a hot mess, but today's a bad pain day, so I'm trying to cook to distract. Anyhow, this will be cooking for the next hour or so until the water gets a little lower or until the meat is a little tender. If you have to add a little bit more water, then add a little bit more water. It all depends on how much meat you're cooking. Good luck, and I will post the ingredients in the